So we're here with Joya. She's the secretary of the Education Foundation. So tell us a little bit about the event and where this money goes that you're doing for the fundraiser today.
Well, it's Breakfast with Santa. So we like kids to come out and enjoy having pancakes and pictures with Santa and get to tell them what they'd like for Christmas. And we raise the funds to be donated to grants for the teachers, events for the students. Basically, what our position is to fundraise for whatever the Board of Ed doesn't get in the budget for the school systems. So we're able to, give the band uniforms and, provide all different things for the teachers and the students. We give out scholarships for colleges. Students can apply for that. So that's what we do. And this is one of our biggest events because it's the holiday season and everybody's excited, and it brings like a lot of spirit and joy to the community.
Now you say you do like scholarships and different ways to raise money. How many scholarships do you guys give out to students through the fund?
Well, they have to apply for it, so when they're, getting ready to graduate high school, they fill out an application and they submit it, and we review it, obviously, and they get approved for it because we have a lot of great kids and students in town. So then we give out about $1,000 to the student for scholarship towards their college that they're going to.
And how many scholarships do you give out at the end of the year?
It varies. Last year we gave out, there was only 2 students that applied for it, so it depends on how many students apply for it. And then that'll determine how many we give out. Last year it was like 2 that we gave out.
Right, so other than the scholarships, you were mentioning about band uniforms, and what other, have programs actually started because of your funding?
Yes, we started the National Junior Honor Society last year for the junior high, which was never a program here that we had. And one of the teachers submitted a request to get funds to be able to start that. So we did donate to that. We've donated to, let me see.
Not to put you on the spot here.
No, I'm like, we've, yeah. What else have we donated to? We've donated for Read Across America. Mm-hmm. That's a big event through the school systems, and teachers have put in requests for funds to be able to, they transform the whole school into, like, whether it's their theme is like this outer space or it's Dr. Seuss, birthday or anniversary. So they'll decorate the entire school and they'll get dressed up in like outfits and costumes. So sometimes they need funds for that, for the Read Across America program. We've done picnics, things like that for the community. We've given money towards, plaques for, recognizing, like we recognized the Principal Alan Davis, who had passed on. So we donated for a plaque to be made in his honor that is posted in the front of the school. So we recognize Shining Stars. We do a Shining Star event, so we recognize people in the community who go above and beyond whatever their position is, if they're on the PTO or, they're volunteering, for a charitable event. They go above and beyond that. We recognize them as a shining star in our community, and we run an annual dinner and reward them for being going above and beyond and helping out everyone in the community and for the kids. So we hold that every year too, which is great.
Awesome. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of ways that the Education Foundation has supported the school system here in North Branford. But if someone can't come to an event like Breakfast with Santa or the other yearly events that you guys hold, is there a way for them to get involved or donate money to the foundation?
Absolutely. I mean, they can send in donations. We're always welcoming people on the board. We're open to new members to come out and, help out and join the board with us. They can come and help out at any of the events if they'd like. But, anytime we accept donations, it's not just at these events. If someone wants to send a donation in, they're more than welcome to.
All right, we are with the man of the hour and his lovely wife. It's Santa and Mrs. Claus. A lot of people are going to be on your lap today. Is this probably the biggest joy of your life to give presents to kids all year round?
Absolutely. We work hard all year making the toys, getting them together and getting them ready, and then to see the joy on the young kids' faces. And when we come down the chimney, we leave the toys just so. They wake up in the morning and we have the ability to see them in their homes as they enjoy their presents. It is the best time of year for us.
Yeah, it really is. And as the years go on, the gifts that kids ask for get more and more harder to make and more expensive to make. How do you get the elves to do all this in even a year worth of work?
Well, we have special training for the elves so that they stay abreast of what's going on and what the young children like, because what they wanted 100 years ago and what they want today is totally different. So our elves, who are brilliant craftsmen who can make anything, are right on top of the gift making.
Do they need degrees in engineering or computer science or any of that technology?
They have natural abilities and they're able to do it just on their own. Unfortunately, the reindeer are well fed this year. They're ready for their long journey. They've had a great summer and fall, and they're ready to go.
Now, what is the preparation on Christmas Eve for you to go out there from the North Pole, go to all the houses around the world, and still manage to finish it up before sunrise?
Well, there's certain secrets that I cannot disclose and will not give away, but suffice it to say that every boy and girl wakes up happy in the morning and we get the job done.
I want to talk to Mrs. Claus really quick here, because obviously Santa's not going to give me certain secrets here. Maybe you could help me out.
Yes.
You know, what does Santa do for a daily routine before Christmas to get himself ready for Christmas Eve?
He does a little working out. He talks to the elves a lot. Makes sure, and does a little meditation just to keep his mind in check.
Any yoga?
Maybe a little bit here or there, but I can't give away everything,
Yeah, that's true. I mean, with all the cookies that he eats in that one day, he's got to be working out all the time, and he does that. How long does he work out at the North Pole? Hour, 2 hours?
Maybe an hour a day. Yes.
Okay.
Especially might bump it up a little bit and come January after all those cookies.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Does he try to ask you for cookies before Christmas Eve that you bake up beforehand?
Oh, I always give him little secret, little special treats here and there.
What's your favorite cookie to bake for Santa?
Chocolate chip.
A common, can't miss cookie.
Exactly.
Now, do you help out with the elves at all? And if so, how do you help them out? Is it motivation? Do you go in there and work with the elves themselves?
It's mostly Santa. I will give him pep talks and just make sure everybody's happy and jolly. That's what we like at the North Pole, is everybody to be happy. But it's mostly Santa that does the work with the elves.
If you were to recommend something for the kids as a little bit of advice this year to make sure they get everything they want from Santa, what would you give them?
Just make sure that you're happy and you're good.
Good. That, of course, that is the number one. Be good. So, Santa, Mrs. Santa, thank you very much for your time and the information. I think the kids would really be happy that they got this information, that they got what they need, what they're going to give for both the elves and the reindeer.
Get those reindeer.
Yeah, of course. We can't forget about the reindeer. Make sure you leave not just cookies, but carrots. All right, well, it can't be breakfast with Santa without breakfast, and we are with the man that is in charge of the Breakfast with Santa, Mike Auger. Mike, tell us a little bit about what is being offered for breakfast here at Breakfast with Santa.
Well, along with a lot of love and happiness, we have French toast sticks, which is a new addition over the past couple of years. We've always offered pancakes, but I've noticed with feeding school kids, they seem to go for the French toast sticks also. It gives a little variety. We have sausage links, we have tater tots, and fresh cut fruit that everybody seems to really enjoy. We have a table this year that we put out in the cafeteria with all the fresh bakery products that we offer. So it's quite a wide variety.
It definitely is a wide variety, and you mentioned the French toast sticks as opposed to pancakes. Does that make it a little easier to cook too, because the French toast sticks are kind of already made as opposed to the pancakes where you got to make the batter and all that?
Yes, much easier, and they're more well received. Though today, it seems like pancakes are running even with them, so we're kind of happy with that also.
So if it were up to you, if you were a kid in line right now, which would you go for, the French toast or the pancakes?
French toast sticks, but I'd go for the fresh fruit first.
Of course, you got to be healthy. You got to be healthy when you can, so get the fruit in first.
Kids didn't want to hear that, but that's we push that now in the schools.
All All right, so I am here with Mr. O'Rourke. He is the principal of North Branford Intermediate School, and we're here on what appears to be Santa's sleigh, but this is actually a piece of the stage for Elf Jr. that would happen here at the Intermediate School. Tell us about that production.
Well, we do a production every year at school, and this year's production was Elf Jr. MBIS Spotlight Players is the name of our group, and they put the show on about 3 weeks ago, but I wouldn't say that this isn't Santa's real sleigh because they borrowed it from Santa for the show. So it's here because Santa is in at the breakfast right now. And he parked it here, and he has presents, and I don't think he's given any out today, but this is just something to look forward to.
A little sneak peek of what the kids could be seeing under the tree on Christmas Day. So, you know, you bring up the play before we started recording, and, you know, the event today is all about raising money for the education fund. Would the money that they raise today go towards something like an Elf Jr. or programs that they might want to do similar to drama productions?
That's a good question. So it depends. The North Branford Education Foundation, they have a grant writing process for all of our schools. We have 4 schools in North Branford, and events like this generate the money in their fund that's available to all teachers in North Branford to write grants for. So if there's something curriculum related, something that's connected to enhancing or enriching opportunities for students in all 4 of our schools, teachers have the ability to write grants to possibly support an opportunity like an after-school show or an in-school program that's innovative. If we want to add a layer to our reading program, that's what the Ed Foundation does. They support programs in the schools. There's a curriculum connection, and there's a connection to something that will, overarching theme is to benefit students. So it can benefit something like an Elf Jr., amongst other things.
Now, in your experience here at the school, have you noticed specific programs that were either started or fully funded by this foundation?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do have a new reading program in North Branford Elementary and Middle School. It's called Reader's Workshop. The Reader's Workshop program, to supplement it, this year our teachers at MBIS wrote a grant for materials to supplement the creation of classroom libraries, which is this program that we now have in our school district calls for classroom libraries so that students have a variety of choices to make when it comes to their independent reading. So the Ed Foundation, an example of the Ed Foundation helping us is by providing a very generous grant so that we could actually put those classroom libraries in place. So that's just one example that I could give you right now off the top of my head. In the past, they've supported experiences that have extended the curriculum. I could think of one time where we had a program that went off-site, and the funding to be able to do that in support of the curriculum was provided by the Ed Foundation. So the Ed Foundation really helps us fill holes when we might not have the ability to fund something within the school year. We try our best to budget for things in advance, but quite often things will come up on the fly over the course of a school year, and that's where the Ed Foundation really is extremely valuable, because if it fits their criteria, and more times than not when a teacher writes a grant to the Ed Foundation, it helps provide opportunities for students. And that's what the Ed Foundation really does. They're looking to enrich the experiences of the students in North Branford. They want to help. So those are just a couple of examples.
Yeah, this is some great information that you're providing us, but I'll ask you one last question that is probably going to be the toughest I ask. What are you going to ask Santa for Christmas?
What am I going to ask Santa for Christmas? I'm going to ask Santa to provide, this gentleman saying money. No, what I ask Santa every year for Christmas, especially as I've matured into being an adult, is I would like to ask Santa for everybody in my life. And that's both professionally here at North Branford Intermediate and North Branford Public Schools, and my family, to just have a year filled with health and happiness. Presents are great, but there's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life healthy and happy. So that's what I'm going to ask for.
And that's a great thing to ask for. So thank you very much for your time and the information. So as a musician myself, I find it very important that music is involved in kids' education. And I'm sure Katie Trainer, the director of the music department here at North Branford, would agree with me on that. And that's why she brings the music here to Breakfast with Santa. So Katie Trainer, tell us a little bit about what music gets brought to Breakfast with Santa today.
Sure. So the Breakfast with Santa includes all of the departments throughout the North Branford School District. The first group that performed is the Holiday Quintet from the high school, which is mainly saxophones and clarinet. The next group performing is the TVES Honors Band. Third is the high school chamber choir. And finishing out the whole event is the Jerome Harrison and TVES choir.
Wow. So it's a lot of people getting involved. How much preparation goes into the music getting played today?
A lot of preparation goes into it. Several weeks of rehearsals after school, during school. It's a big community event. The North Branford Education Foundation really supports our programs, so we want to put on the best performance possible.
Yeah, and you guys definitely do a great job, and we have 3 saxophone players right here. Along with you, we have Catherine and Emma. So tell us a little bit about your experience with the instruments that you're playing here.
I haven't played the alto sax for very long, but it's been a really great experience to learn it, and I feel like it's really broadened my horizons as a musician and allowed me to gain some confidence.
Great.
Yeah, definitely. And how about you?
I started sax quartet my sophomore year when I first started playing Barry sax, and this is one of my favorite times of year, and it's just a really fun experience to get to play for everybody.
Now, what got you guys involved in playing the saxophone? Why the saxophone?
I really love the way it sounds when it's played, especially in jazz music, and I just really wanted to be a part of that sound.
Do you have a favorite sax player?
Emma.
Do you have a favorite sax player?
Trainer.
Do you have a favorite sax player?
I think some of our colleagues in the music education world are our inspiration. They've come in, they've worked with them, they've mentored me. So that'd be my answer.
Okay, well, being a rock fan myself, the only real sax player I could come up with is Clarence Clemens of the E Street Band, who's very good at what he does.
Fantastic.
But yes, I was involved in the jazz combo in high school. So how do you incorporate jazz and stuff today that, you know, not many kids would really connect with because of pop music today not really being jazz influenced? So how do you try to incorporate that into the education today?
That's a great question. So when we're picking repertoire for all of our ensembles, like concert band, jazz band, wind ensemble, the kids do get a voice in that, but we make sure that we listen to a dozen different examples online. And it's funny, actually, our kids kind of gravitate to those classics and like the core jazz repertoire rather than the stuff you hear on the radio. And it's intricate music, it's complicated music, and they always step up to that challenge.
Now, when I was playing, the first thing that I said when I first saw my first jazz sheet was, since when do they put numbers in these chords? How many times do you get that from a kid learning jazz for the first time?
Often, but I think that's great because they're not afraid to ask questions and really just, jump into the music head first and take those challenges and new learn things.
What have you guys learned the most from Miss Trainer and in your practice with the saxophone?
Just to be confident with yourself. You're not going to play as well when you're really nervous, and so it's really good to just have that confidence that you can do it.
And how about you?
I think a really big part of music is responsibility and being able to, like, if you make a mistake, not be really hard on yourself, but just use that to make yourself better.
And if someone wanted to be a musician, a young kid that's going into middle school or high school, learning an instrument for the first time, whether it's saxophone, guitar, flute, drums, whatever the case may be, what advice would you give them on their first day of an instrument?
Be patient with yourself, take some chances, just experiment with it, and just have fun. Music is something that's always going to be with you, whether you become a music educator or a pro musician, or if it's just a hobby and something you do to de-stress. So just enjoy every minute of it.
All right, so we had breakfast, we have Santa, we talked to a few people about the event, but now the most important part of this event, the reason why we're here, is the kids. And we have 4 excited kids that are here for Santa. First, what is your name?
Christian.
Christian.
Sienna.
Your name is Santa?
Sienna.
Oh, Sienna. Okay, sorry about that. What's your name?
Ava.
Ava, that's my niece's name. What's your name?
Marcella.
Marcella? Very nice. So 4 very excited kids here. Now tell us why you're here. Is it the breakfast or is it the Santa?
The breakfast. Santa. Santa. Santa.
So 3 Santas and a breakfast. So I'll ask the breakfast kid first. What's your favorite breakfast food, Christian?
Pancakes.
Pancakes? Do you like it with syrup or do you like it with jam?
Syrup.
Syrup? What's your favorite kind of pancake? Plain? Blueberry?
Plain.
Plain? What do you like to eat with your pancakes?
Sausage.
Sausage? How about hash browns? Tater tots?
Tater tots.
You like tater tots? Well, that's one of the foods that are sent here today. So, Santa Claus is here. Did you guys talk to him yet?
Yeah.
What did you ask for?
I don't know what I asked for. I don't really have anything big I want this year.
Why is that?
Just because I have everything I need.
Oh, very nice. Very humble. Very humble. How about you?
I don't know.
You don't know? So when you went up there and you asked what you want for Christmas, you just said, I don't know?
No, I said it, give me anything.
Anything? Anything. Yep. So if he just gave you a high five for Christmas, you'd be okay?
Yep.
What about the big toy? What's the biggest toy out there right now? Do we know? Like, is LOL still a thing?
A house.
A house? LOLs. You don't know what LOLs are? It's something my niece likes, I guess. Maybe too young for her. But tell us a little bit about this event. What do you guys like most about the Breakfast with Santa?
Spending time and hearing the music and what everybody's doing up there.
What are they doing up there?
Singing and playing their instruments.
What's your favorite Christmas song?
Jingle bells.
Jingle bells? What's your favorite Christmas song?
Jingle bells.
How about you?
Jingle bells.
Are you gonna?
Jingle bell rock.
Jingle Bell Rock. Much better than Jingle Bells. All right, guys. You guys are having a lot of fun, so I'll let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your breakfast. Enjoy the rest of the music. You guys were very, very good. I know that Santa's going to be very good for you guys this year, all right? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
How's it going so far?
Just great. Just great. The kids are happy. Everybody's happy. That's all we care about.
Nice. Cool. Raising enough money?
You could never raise enough, but we're doing okay.
Awesome.
You always like to get a little more.
Yeah.
But it's a good day when you get 400 people to show up.
Oh, that's awesome. Good numbers. Yeah. Excellent. Cool.
I'm here with Aiden and McKenna. They are with the North Branford High School Robotics Club. And on the floor here is their creation, this beautiful robot that you guys take out to competitions, right?
We're going to try to start doing that this year, but we haven't really done any yet.
And tell us about this robot.
So it's a double jointed arm with a claw, and it drives and it opens and closes. Big smile. And
that is impressive. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the scene in The Sandlot where they're trying to catapult Babe Ruth's signed ball over the fence, and they use like the erector set and all that. So tell us how this robot was built from beginning to end.
This robot started when she was a lot younger. When she was in 6th grade. Right now you're in 10th grade, right? Yeah. But this isn't the only robot we have. We have a lot of other robots down the back of the room, but this is the one we have here right now.
This one actually started out as a plain base for a 6th grade play part. It was a chicken in Into the Woods, and so it was just the base, and it just drove. And a friend of mine and I ended up building a Clawbot off of that base, and then we built this bot, and it's been going ever since. So
that is pretty cool. The fact that you were able to use it in a play too. So, what are some of the other robots that we're not seeing here today that you guys have built?
We've built a few. We've built them that shoot balls, flip cones, anything the competition requires, we build.
Okay. And what kind of competitions do you guys plan on being a part of?
This year we're, what is it, Tower Takeover, I think it's called. You lift cones up, you place them on top of towers, so it required probably a robot somewhat like this.
How long did this take to build? Because you weren't here when this was built, but you were one of the original people.
So it went through a couple stages. So the original, obviously, and then it went to a normal Clawbot, which was from a specific kit. And then to get to this stage, it probably took 3 or 4 years because I didn't do it all in 1 year. But if we had robotics every Thursday for a full year, it's probably about half that amount of time to build this whole thing and get it running, and then we just kind of play with it.
So right now it's every Thursday that you guys meet to do this?
That's what we try to do, yeah.
Is it just high school or middle school kids as well?
So Mr. Berger's a middle school teacher, so it's mostly middle school kids, and then we have some high school advisors that come down, which is me and some of my friends. So
yeah, she's one of the senior captains.
Okay. Thank you very much, McKenna and Aiden, for letting us play with the robot a little bit and learning about the robotics department. So enjoy it and let the kids play with it. Fun part of Breakfast with Santa.